going on, guys? Brennan here, coming at you another video today. Oh my goodness. I know the Tac-19 has been buffed for a while now, but up until last week, I really didn't give it like a solid go where I used it throughout an entire match. Well, I ended up getting a supply drop challenge where I had to get 30 kills with it in either TDM or uplink. It was one of the two. I threw two matches together, so I'm not sure which one of them it was that I was going for it in. I believe it was the uplink though, but anyways, nevertheless, it doesn't matter. I gave it a solid go in a few matches, and whoa, this thing is a beast now. Like, if you play smart with it, you can go on some decent runs and do well. Like, you can't obviously, you know, get into long range engagements. You got to keep close quarters. You know, it's got a solid kill range, like one-shot kill range now, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you couldn't get into an AR assault, you know, that kind of distance, or SMG. But if you're keeping close quarters, you're good. Like, you're gonna mash on some people. You just gotta play smart, basically, and know where the spawns are going, have an idea where people are going, and just try to stay in close quarters areas. Don't go into wide open spaces or anything like that, which if you do that, then straight up you suck at this game and you're a noob, basically. But you know, you'll see me in uplink do it a couple times, but it was just simply because I had no other choice. You know, I had to keep with the ball or whatever it may have been. But for the most part, I tried staying close in areas that I knew I wouldn't get in long range engagements, and if I was going to, I'd go a different direction. I have the roundhouse variant of this gun, and what I decided to run on it was a grip, the stock, and advanced rifling, and that worked out really well for me. But obviously everybody has their preferences, so use whatever you guys like to use. But if you really don't use the Tac-19 that often, then seriously give it a chance and go a full few games. You know, if you have a bad game the first game you try it out, don't go, oh, this gun's garbage, and just give up, because it's not. It's actually really, really good. You can do well using just this gun throughout an entire match. Me personally, it's not going to change the way I play. Like, I have this set up as a class still, and you know, I'm sure I will from time to time play with it just to have fun. Sick. But I'm not going to be using it all the time. I'll keep it as I did before. I have, you know, I think it's a KF5 class where I got the roundhouse equipped as my secondary, and that's for when I play hardpoint, because you know, a shotgun does really well inside hardpoints depending on the map, so that's why I have the class set up that way. But like I said, definitely a solid weapon, definitely worth giving a go, and that's that. Now, in the last 2 minutes of this video that I have, I promised you guys that I would tell you a story about my bro Josh in a Ouija board incident. So here it goes. It's going to be super quick and to the point. You're going to enjoy this, Josh. I know you remember it, and I know you'll watch this video. So, when we were kids, long story short, we got into using Ouija boards, thought it was a lot of fun, and it was creepy, so on and so forth. I told you the story about me and what happened with me and my buddy. Well, Josh, Zerg Destroy, go check out his channel, he decided to get his own Ouija board and was using it by himself. Now, we told him this is not a good idea, and I kid you not, he will swear up and down to this day. He got this little spirit that was supposedly a little boy, but it was an evil little boy if it was a little boy, because it kept on doing this figure 8 thing where it just go all over the board and then do a countdown from 9, 8, 7, 6, so on. Well, when it get to 1, you know, Josh would freak out. Like, I think he only let it get to 1 once, but he, you know, do the spin around the board and go to goodbye. Well, it kept doing this, and it was saying some crazy shit. And one night he was freaked out. I cannot remember. He would have to tell me what exactly was said or happened, but he was super freaked out. He was at my house, and he was sitting at the table, and he's like, I'm just gonna burn this thing, I'm just gonna cut it up. And I was like, it won't help, man. I was like, haven't you heard those stories? And I was just messing with him at this point. I had no idea whether it would work or not, but I just thought, I found it was funny. I was a cruel friend when it came to that kind of shit. I thought it was funny to scare friends, but he's sitting at the table, he's totally freaked out, and he just got done messing with it. And I was like, I told you, man, I told you not to mess with that thing. I was like, you're gonna get possessed or something. I was just messing with him to the fullest extent. And he's sitting there, and I freaking grab the cupboard door, swing it back, slam it open. I swear he jumped about a foot out of that seat, and he turned around, and I was laughing my ass off. And he's like, it's not funny! And he ended up tearing the thing up. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Quick little story. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Peace out.